Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Note to Self. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you how to reset yourself. And what I mean by this is that every time that I begin a new cycle, so as a digital nomad, I'm traveling quite consistently. So I just landed in Costa Rica the other day, but it was March 1st. It was the beginning of a new month. And I felt like, hey, I've learned so much about myself in the last 6 weeks in the States, but beyond that, since January 1st especially. So I feel the call to really reflect on those lessons learned, to integrate them further, and to reset myself based on the feedback of my reality. What worked, what didn't work, what do I want to really integrate in myself and move forward in my life with? And then how do I really want to radiate that and condition that into my being so it just becomes who I am? So I created this journaling workbook, or like this journaling flow for me. It's just kind of what was channeling out of me one morning, but I really wanted to share it with all of you. It's definitely going to be free. It's going to be a free downloadable PDF, and I'm calling this process Reflect, Reset, and Radiate. So the way that it works, and the prompts will be listed in there, but first there'll be reflection prompts on, like I said, what worked, what didn't work. This is just you honoring the feedback that reality has provided for you. What felt really good, what didn't really feel like it was tapped into your true potential, and thus what is the change that you would like to create, starting to get into that reset. There'll be much more prompts than just those two, I promise. But when you get into then reflecting on the past with that feedback, again, just being the gentle observer of the feedback, we are all always receiving feedback. It's not good or it's not bad. It's just what felt like it was in alignment with who you are truly, and what felt like, hey, I'm ready to switch that up. So a personal example that I can share is that I started to get a next level intentional about my business and my goals in that, my career. And with that, I was super excited and have been super motivated, implementing new structures, reorganizing things on the back end, getting a lot of inspiration about future programs, and launching my present offer, which is Law of Being, which is a mastermind. I haven't launched a mastermind since summer of last year, and it is one of my favorite things to do because I personally love to be inside of masterminds. I actually enjoy joining masterminds to stretch myself versus with a one-on-one coach. I still do one-on-one coaching every single week, and that will always be part of my journey. But when it comes to really stretching myself, I love to put myself in containers of other beings who are all intending for similar transformations in their lives, whether that's an up level in career, an up level in finances. Law of Being specifically is just a radical up level in your entire life. I don't really know what else to say besides like this program really sets you on a different trajectory for your entire year. I took it in January of last year, and now I'm hosting it inside of like a mastermind container because I realized like this program deserves to be delivered in a group setting where people can talk about it, people can integrate it together, people can deeply connect, and they can stretch themselves into being that greatest version of them. So yeah, anyways, there's my little riff on the mastermind because I'm super excited to be launching it. It will be linked down below if you're interested. It's only available for less than another week before we get started. So if you're feeling the call, jump in because there is pre-work and it's going to be amazing. But like I said, reality is just providing feedback for us. It's not good. It's not good or bad. It just is. Of course, we can always reframe things, but ultimately the feedback is just there for us to adjust course. So in reflecting in my last couple months, or like specifically the last 4 weeks, because I was so focused on career, I had joined a new coach's program. Like I said, I was really stretching myself. I started to notice that I was spending a lot more time focusing on work than perhaps my like self-care routines. I wouldn't say anything like dropped off, but what I will say is that I know that I could have been more consistent with my daily movement. And even though I still got outside for walks every day, I was still moving my body to some extent, I felt like it wasn't at the caliber that I'd set for myself up in January. Up in January, I told myself I'm going to be doing Pilates 3 to 4 times a week using like YouTube videos, because there's a few instructors on there that I truly love. And I love the freedom of being able to do it whenever I want. That's kind of like what I really wanted to implement, knowing that I was going to be moving place to place this year. Having a habit built in that I'm doing these Pilates videos 3 to 4 times a week is super supportive for me. So I recognized, hey, with this feedback, it's like I'm just reflecting. I'm not judging myself and not making myself wrong for not completing the videos to the extent that I would like to. But you know what? I'm ready now to kick it into gear. I'm in Costa Rica for this month of March, and I'm truly ready to commit to that. So again, this reflection allows for the reset of like, okay, what am I really ready to commit to? What am I ready to build in as a habit? And getting inspired about that. And the next step, Radiate, is about like, who do I truly want to be in that? I want to be the person who gets excited to wake up every day to move their body. I know what morning movement does to my mind each morning. Like when I commit to it, it's like, if I can just get out of bed, not look at my phone, but get out of bed and journal and then participate in morning movement before I do anything else, I am like literally setting myself up to be an ultimate superhuman. So I know that some of you might have an awareness about this, but if you do check your phone in the morning, if you do scroll through social media, it affects the dopamine levels in your brain and actually creates almost like an addictive pattern for you throughout the day to reach for your phone more and be checking social media. And I actually noticed this pattern in myself before I even learned about dopamine and the mind and things like that. But I noticed that pattern in myself, that if I reach for my phone first thing, I'm reaching for my phone throughout the day. But if I reach for my journal first, if I take that time to give to myself, I am giving to myself throughout the entire day. And I am more focused on my goals and dreams, and I'm feeling more into that upward spiral momentum of them happening versus like reaching for the external reality, if that makes sense. It's much more locked in for me. So in the subject that is Radiate, it's all about conditioning who you want to be, similar to what we're doing in the Law of Being, to a lighter level in your journal here, of who do you want to be, like how do you want to show up. I want to show up like very excited about my day, about the fact that I get to journal, about the fact that I get to move my body every day. Like it is such a joy, such a miracle of life. I really want to integrate a deeper level of awakening to the gratitude, awakening to the miracle of life. And being in Costa Rica, it's going to be a beautiful backdrop, a beautiful environment for me to set that into motion, because I'll be doing my morning movement, my Pilates, my yoga on my yoga mat outside. So I'm already setting myself up, like reorienting myself to download, for lack of a better term, like integrate those energies, emotions of gratitude, of appreciation, of self-love, of self-care into my being. And in that way, like my intention, circling back to what I was reflecting on, is really harmonizing this next level of a work-life balance. As I have reached and stretched myself for greater career goals, I am then now reaching and stretching myself for a deeper integration of self-care, movement, self-love, taking care and nurturing my body. And with that, I'm harmonizing this next level, right? Integrating being ultimate abundance, being wealth, being expansion in my career, but then also being love with myself. When we take care of ourselves, we know that we've heard this so many times. When we take care of ourselves, we've got so much to give to others. And I'm so inspired to really nurture myself over these next few weeks to serve my clients better, to download and develop different programs to help more people. I'm so inspired to connect more deeply with myself and then connect more deeply with my family. Not just my family that's here, but my ancestors, because I definitely feel like the veil is so thin for me in Costa Rica. And to be a better me for my partner, right? To return back to him rejuvenated, refreshed, so inspired, and with so much energy to have adventures together, explore together, create memories together. Right? And with my friends as well, all over the world, I connect with them on a daily basis pretty much through WhatsApp voice notes. Always grateful for WhatsApp voice notes. But it's like in being my best self, I can show up for my friends. I can connect more deeply with them because I'm seeing myself. Anyways, I hope that this episode inspired you guys. And if you're ready to reflect, reset, and radiate in your life, the free PDF for the journaling prompts will be down below. And if you're feeling the call to stretch yourself, to enter into an accelerated container, I would love to have you inside Law of Being. It's going to be so much fun. And I promise you, it's going to be the transformation that you've been intending for. Sending you so much love. I'll see you soon.